Thank you. This is Amina.
What's up, Mina? This is Brent.
Oh, hey, Brent.
Just checking to see if we still on for the night.
Yeah, we're still on for tonight.
Perfect. 7 still good or what?
You know what? No, let's make it around 8, because it's going to take me a little time to get dressed.
Just hit me when you're ready.
All right.
All right.
Bye. I'm grateful, but I'm just so tired of this damn job. I've been here 4 long years and nothing's changed. People say I'm successful, but I just don't see it that way. Success for me will be to finally open my own fashion boutique. I've always had a love for fashion. I was so creative. I used to design my own clothes. I had a style of my own. But it seems like I lost my uniqueness somewhere along the way. I think it's time for me to step up, have faith, and go for my dreams.
If I want something, regardless of whether it's business or anything, I have to be able to visualize it. I have to be able to see it. It's almost like, I don't know if it's cosmic or whatever, but I feel like, you know, I'll run something over and over in my brain, and if I can physically see it, I can completely make it happen. If you can visualize it and you can keep thinking about it and you can keep focusing on it, it can happen.
When I was trying to shop Wu-Tang, a lot of people would say, it won't work, it never sell, you guys are too hardcore, there's no hook. And I didn't listen to them. I would leave building after building with a surety and determined belief in myself. And when they wouldn't give me the money to do it, we went and made the money ourselves. You know what I mean? You know, and after doing it myself, because it's all about yourself in the first place. You have to first believe in yourself before anyone else can believe in you. But after doing it ourselves, we were able to crack through the industry and then change the whole thing and birth a whole generation of self-doers.
Most times people doubt themselves before they can even try. Like, oh man, I don't do that, I can't do it. I mean, if you don't apply yourself, you never know what you're capable of. So I know, for me, like my family and all my friends, even from the hood aspect to the corporate world, it's just about focusing and being focused, and having that drive. So I think any young entertainer or anybody just trying to make it at whatever they do, I just think it's all about your drive and your focus. It's definitely about who you know sometimes, because it might be an easier way, but if you're doing it the hard way, hard work, step by step, like I did it from the jump, you just have to be dedicated.
I see this whole phenomenon of life being like the creator and the ancestral line is a great ocean. And I see us as drops of water that come from that ocean. And that when we are conceived within our mother's womb through our father's spermatozoa, we are like a drop of water that is taken out of the ocean. And we have a destiny.
I was like, God is like an overall energy, and we are put on this world to accomplish something, or to at least be comfortable in our own mind. Or take something from the energy. Yeah, take something from it, and and when I say accomplish something, I'm not just saying go and then make this much money and think you accomplished something, you know what I mean? I feel like Princeton started Outsiders Inc., his clothing line, his website. That's his creation that will always be on this world, even once he leaves, you know what I mean? Minus behavior. And that was Kishigama creation. And so I just feel like you're just here to leave a memory or a part of you here, because at the end of the day, only thing promised is death, you know what I mean? So you have to leave a memory for the world to understand.
I sang since I was like 2 years old, probably when I started talking and I started singing. And growing up in church was the first place I got a chance to sing. But based on the response of everyone else, even at that age, I knew that the reaction was something. I didn't quite know then that, okay, I'm gonna be a singer. But, being put in the church choir at the age of 3, and that being something that was cultivated at such an early age, and something that I was born with a gift to do, I naturally started honing it at an early age, even though I didn't know I was. So as time went on, I sang throughout my school years. I sang in church and school. I did all types of singing. I wanted to sing everywhere I possibly could. So that was a part of the groundwork. That certainly is a part of what, you know, led to me becoming successful as a singer. I didn't always know I wanted to be a recording artist. That was just the path that God had laid for me.
I mean, if you look at it, I mean, all of us are different degrees of the same thing. I mean, we all got our own beliefs, our own different styles of dress, you know, whatever we do, our own different behaviors. And even identical twins are not the same. And it's through this uniqueness that really allows us to impact the world.
I came from Eastside Long Beach, where, you know, money was few. And, you know, ballers didn't come a dime a dozen. So when I made it, I wanted to make it and continue to make it, and not just be successful one year and then be broke the next. I wanted to be successful for over a long period of time. In order to become successful, a lot of times you have to find your zone that's comfortable for you.
Everybody has talent that's hidden within themselves. Whether it's music, whether it's sports, whether it's being a great writer, you know, it's just all about having that confidence, you know what I mean? You gotta believe it, you gotta know that you can do it.
It takes 10,000 hours to become an expert. So if you have a passion for something, you can't do it part-time. You know, if you think you're gonna be a writer, you can't say, well, okay, I got a 9 to 5, but I'm gonna write on weekends, and then I'm gonna write the great novel. The chances of that happening just aren't great. And so, you know, it's like something that intuitively we all know. If you're gonna be good at something, you gotta put in the work. There are no shortcuts.
For example, my sister, she's a school teacher now, but she started off MCing. She was on my albums, you know, she was nice. But she wanted to do this and put half into the rap game, and you can't really do that. You really gotta put all of it in. You gotta say, okay, I'm gonna make this happen. I don't have a job. I'm gonna make this work for me.
First of all, we'll break down goal. The reason for a goal is not merely just to accomplish it, but what happens to you on the way to achieving it. So if you have a goal to establish a powerful business going to serve humanity, or if you establish a goal to go through college, or you establish a goal to take your body temple and create it to become a bastion of health, and you begin to walk in that direction, then certain things begin to take shape that change your character, change your habits, change your perspective, change your beliefs, change your point of view. And by the time you get to the goal, you become a different person. So the person that has a goal or a vision, by the time they get to the goal, that person doesn't exist anymore. There's a new person there.
Success is in everybody. It's whether you want to bring it out. I don't think everybody got something to give you successful. I just think it's choose whether you want to be lazy or not. Some people are just too lazy. Half of the world lazy. Everybody in the world is successful. They just don't know that it's successful.
Oh my God, no! No. Oh my God. Damn it! This is not what I wanted. Oh no! God, I am not drinking anymore. Oh, what is this? No. Yeah, you here?
Oh, I didn't even know you were here. What you doing?
Yeah, I'm here. I didn't mean to promise not to laugh, but look at my face. Look at this thing on my face.
What happened?
I don't even want to get into it. Look. Okay, promise not to chastise me. I already know you're going to criticize me and everything, but what happened was we went out last night, right? And then Tamika had this real bright idea. Well, let's go get tattoos. And the last thing I remember, I swear to you, is asking. I said, I just want a small butterfly tattoo on my cheek. And I wake up, and it's on my cheek. I mean, what am I going to tell my boss? Oh my God. How am I gonna get a man? Who's gonna date me with this thing on my face?
Girl, you are crazy. You know you're supposed to think before making decisions, especially permanent ones. Man, I'm gonna tell you about yourself later. Anyway, how do I look? I'm going out with Brent tonight.
Wait a minute. You going out with Brent? Brent from high school that would sell weed to the cheerleaders? You dating him?
No, we're just cool.
Okay.
For your info, he stopped hustling a long time ago. He's a chef. He works at the W. Now, how do I look?
Honestly, girl?
Yes.
You looking like a real grandma right now. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know if you want to attract him or knit him a sweater, but this is not gonna work.
Knock it off, butterfly face. We're just friends. He's a cool guy. That's all.
Whatever. I don't know. Anyway, you know where there's some sandpaper or some rubbing alcohol or something?
For what?
To get this thing off my face.
Chanel, you are crazy.
Well, I gotta take care of this. This is too much.
Wow. The choices we make.
When an individual is trying to make a decision or make a choice about their life goal, their life mission, their livelihood, so to speak, it has something to do with their gifted area. We don't come to Earth with a blank slate. You know, we're eternal beings. And so we bring things with us. And there are proclivities, there are gifts, there are talents that are already there. So we have to first of all look at what we're good at. What we're good at and what do we love. Now what we're good at and what we love becomes a pathway to developing a level of excellence in our life. And so when you take what you love and you take what you're good at and you combine it, it can be a pathway to success.
What I would say for someone who's trying to decide what do I want to do with my life, something you have to have passion for. You have to be excited about it. You have to be interested in it. It has the vision you have about it has to fuel you every day. Otherwise, your body will show up every day, but you'll never have the resource you need inside yourself to be excellent or to be happy. And we spend so much time working, we should be happy at what we do.
I'm excited to go to work. I get to work with Beyonce. I get to work with Usher. I get to work with Michael Jackson. I get to work with myself. I get to work with the most talented dancers in the world. So everything about my job is a love, and everything about what I do is a love because I help create stars.
You have to find what the fuck you like to do. I mean, it's a lot of people stuck in jobs and they hate it right now. I don't think that's nobody's fault but theirs. Because when you're choosing your goal, you have to put 100% in it. Like my mother say, whatever you put in it is what you get out of it.
When I was younger, I was influenced by, my environment and people I hung around. Now, you had dudes that drank beer a lot, they was the little alcoholic crew. Niggas always had a 40 ounce in their hand. I could have hung with those niggas. You had dudes that hit the weights all the time. They was, weight niggas, boxing and shit like that. Other niggas was athletes. You hung with me, I hung with niggas that smoked weed and rhymed. So, for me, that was the crowd that I gravitated to, and for me, my choice was made right there, MC. Even though that wasn't what I aspired to be, like I said, my aspirations in life was just to be rich, no matter which way I got it.
If you ask a rapper before he actually gets successful, like what he wants to be, he's gonna tell you, I want to be a rapper. Well, how you make money being a rapper? The average rapper doesn't know it's from shows and merchandise. They won't know that. But you ask a designer, they just start a clothing company and they don't know what tier of distribution, where's your margin, what's your business model. It's understanding where you make your money. Let's say somebody told me you could make $100 million a year, but you have to go and work inside of a jail every single day, inside of a cell. I'm probably not taking that $100 million. I'm not gonna enjoy it. I'm not just doing anything for money.
What you would do if you wasn't getting a dime?
Magic Johnson, people that have passion, those type of individuals would work or play for free if they didn't have any money, because it's their passion. People that love to cook, Famous Amos. I had the pleasure of meeting him when he started his cookie company. He was already cooking out of his oven. See, I believe this generation puts the cart before the horse. They're chasing the dollar. Don't understand if you tap into your passion, money will find you.
God chooses certain people for certain things in life. I know my calling ain't just the music part. I think my calling is through music to get to my calling. You know what I'm saying? So that's the gift that he blessed me with. I can't tell you how I just know that I know that it's a special gift. Because some stuff I shouldn't know because I wasn't born in the 60s. I was born in the 70s, but I was a baby. So certain things I shouldn't know that I do know.
You don't choose your life calling. Your calling chooses you. That's why it's called call. You don't call, it calls you. When you open yourself up to understanding certain spiritual principles in life, basic, simple, nothing difficult. Don't need all those letters after your name. All you need to do is have what is called a Ma'atian heart. Have a pure heart, have a good heart, have the Creator's heart. And when you open up your airwaves, your ancestors will start to talk to you because you are born with your calling long before you were ever born, long before you were ever conceived. You were given a job to do. And that's your divine calling.
Word?
Yeah.
That's tight. So how was work today?
It was okay, but I'm not complaining or nothing. At least I have a job, you know?
Damn, you sound like you're not feeling your job.
Yeah, a little. I just get so frustrated because I've always had a larger vision of myself than where I'm at today.
What you mean by that?
I mean, I just thought I'd be running my own clothing store by now.
Well, what's stopping you? Why don't you?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't have the slightest clue on how to get started.
You know what? I feel that. At least you keeping it real.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Jennifer. You waited for the union. Can you start you guys off with some first quenches?
Yeah, I'll have a water and lemon.
Yes, I'll have the same.
Okay, guys, I will be right back with the drink.
Thank you. Damn, she hella chipper, huh? I just hope she don't put nothing in my water.
Crazy.
What? Anyway, let me get back to you, Miss Lady.
Okay.
I'm saying, look, at least you've overcome what most people overlook. And that's making a decision on what you want to do.
Yeah.
Feel me? Now you at that research stage. Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm gonna put you on the guest list to this hip-hop motivational event that I'm going to this week. Wait, listen, hold up. You gonna love it.
I don't know about that. I'm more of an R&B and jazz type of girl.
That's cute. But no, Hip-Hop Motivation is the name of the company. They throw workshops and they sell learning materials from a hip-hop perspective.
Oh, really? Now that sounds interesting.
Yo, and bring some of your friends with you too.
I guess I will check it out then.
Word, who wouldn't want to know the secrets to Ballin? And you said it yourself, you don't have a clue as in what it takes to open up your store.
Yeah.
So what that should tell you is that it's time to do your research.
Okay.
Yeah.
Research it is.
Research.
Research, it means to go back and search something again.
I look at research sort of like education. You don't have to experience the hardships if you just buy the book. Research is, you get the research on individuals that have done or are doing the same thing you're doing in your field and see all of their mistakes
And that's all wisdom is.
Me, I studied, man. I studied a lot of all the greats, you know, just the way they moved and how they spoke and the care that they had for their music and for people in general.
Research is definitely one of the key components of being successful. If you want to be successful, you have to research the professions that came before you, the legends before you, no matter what field it is, whether it's, you know, automotives, if it's computers, if it's pimping, if it's sports, entertainment, whatever it is, you have to research and study, because the more studying that you do, the better student that you will be, and the more you'll have as far as information to be able to get off what you're trying to get off. And I use that personally for myself. I love studying music from back in the days before I was making music, you know, the music of the 60s and the 70s, and, you know, sometimes even the 40s and the 30s, just to see what people were on musically and hear the direction of music back then, to see if I can complement it or add on to it, or even just find out where I come from musically and where this comes from musically. And also just to research as an actor, I research the actors that I love watching as a kid, or the craft of certain actors, to see what it takes for them to become great, because I want to become great.
I'll share a small story with you guys. When I was doing my film, The Man with the Iron Fist, I got into an argument with the producer because he wanted me to spend, you know, 12 to 14 weeks just researching and preparing. And I was like, I don't need it. I don't need that much time. All I needed 6 weeks and ready to go. And when the 6 weeks came, I wasn't ready. I needed 14 weeks. So research is also, I think, a synonym of preparation. You must prepare yourself for the path. Many people travel the path, but they're not prepared, so therefore they fall to the side.
Sometimes you say, well, I don't know what I need to research. So the place I start is with asking questions. What is it that I imagine I need to know? I don't know the history. I don't know the people. I don't know the first thing about Excel. I don't know anything about finance management. I don't know how to do a certain kind of multiplication or division. Whatever it is, I make my list of questions. And then my next part is, who can help me? Or where can I find the information? And my personality is one, I love to talk to people. So I think about, who do I know, or who might know someone who could help me in exploring this particular skill or piece of knowledge that I want to get.
To become a professional dancer, you have to train. I don't know how I found that out, being from the hood in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 18th and Keith. But I knew when I watched Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, they had an ability to make it look really easy. I knew when I started dancing, I needed some kind of technique. And so what I did, I just kind of looked up dance, and I never forget, I looked it up in an encyclopedia, and it talked about all the different forms of dance, like ballet, jazz, tap, modern. And so when I saw that you could take classes for that, once again, not telling my buddies, I would sneak downtown to Milwaukee, and I would go to the Milwaukee Ballet School, and I would take classes.
You know, you look at the Godfather, what are they doing? They're sitting around plotting for hours and hours and hours, and their years are 5 years ahead of time. You know, gangsters plot. You have to be strategic. You have to do research. That's just being thorough.
And I realized that there was a spiritual domain. I began to research everything about this. I studied all manner of books on spirituality, meditation. The Thelma Moss Parapsychology Department that used to be at UCLA. I studied everything. And it opened up a world that was already within me. My soul knew this information already. It just reminded me what I already knew. So the research, it was not laborious, it was fun because I was interested. You see, a lot of times people think, oh, I'm going to go study, I don't really want to do this. But when you are researching and studying something you love, it's nothing but fun. You start to gain wisdom and knowledge and transformational information that radically changes your life.
Definitely research your shit, because you don't want to get out there and you think you know your game and someone check you on your shit, and that's the worst, being checked when you're trying to make a come up.
Many times the things that you hear from the common rhetoric that we've heard all of our lives explore it. Look deeper into it. Just don't take it on just because they're saying it. You know, don't do it because, have a cause. And don't ever follow the herd. The herd only leads to the slaughter.
You gotta treat life like school. Every day you in school, you try to learn as much as possible so that way you can always pass and you get the best grade and you can succeed. Because those who prosper the most with the most education, on top of that street knowledge, end up becoming, it is I, says me.
Ooh, girl, look, a bar. I need a drink.
Hey, what can I get for you?
I would love an apple martini on the rocks. Make it a double.
Yeah, no. You see, this is a juice bar, so there's no alcohol here. But can I get you something else?
A juice bar? Well, what am I supposed to drink?
Let me make a suggestion. Perhaps you'd be interested in our carrot cucumber blend. Or, if you're feeling especially adventurous, perhaps you'd like our Granny Smith green apple wheatgrass. That's a little bit of a garlicky kick, but a smooth Jolly Rancher finish I think you'd really enjoy.
Jolly Rancher wheatgrass? Ugh, that sounds horrible. I don't know what I'm...
Excuse me. You mind if I help you out a little bit?
Oh, okay, sure.
You should try the green food drink. It's one of my favorites.
Oh.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna hook you up. Yo, my man, give her the green food drink with some almond milk and a little agave.
Agave. Excellent choice.
Thanks.
Coming right up.
Well, thank you.
No problem, no problem. By the way, I'm the one they call DeAndre.
Well, I'm the one they call Chanel.
Nice to meet you, Chanel.
Nice to meet you.
This your first time here?
Yeah, I came with my best friend, Amina. Oh, hey, Amina. Hey, this is DeAndre. DeAndre, this is Amina. Hey, nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Hey, that's a cute little butterfly tattoo you got right there.
Oh, no.
That?
This isn't cute. I hope you're not joking because this is a big mistake.
That's not a mistake. That's a mistake. And that's the prettiest little mistake I've ever seen.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so. I've seen worse.
I appreciate that. You kind of make me blush.
I'm surprised I'm not blushing all night. A dress on.
Oh, okay.
That'll be $7.
No, I got you. This was on me.
What, in LA? Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's how we do it out here.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's good.
I'm gonna try it out.
Okay, let me see about this. Oh my God, this is really good.
Yeah.
Wow,
See
thank
what I tell
you.
Your body's thanking you right now. That's what that is.
I don't know. I think my body might be thanking you right now.
Okay, they're my kind of words right
Yes.
there. All right, well, look, check this out. My seminar is about to start, so why don't you take my number down?
Oh,
Call me
okay.
at 7 tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Organized.
Cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
And your little tattoos.
Gotta have it like
Little
that.
Tattoos on your arms.
Yeah.
Remember dreaming as a kid of me getting older and exactly what I'ma do, yeah. I had to get ready cause I didn't know what time or place to make my dreams come true, yeah. But then later on, I learned that you can't talk to losers about winning, yeah. Said it ain't their language, they never gonna get it. And anything I could think of, I can make it come true. Just look at me now, I'm on dream too.
Imagine means I am a genie. You break down the word. That's it. I am a genie. Imagine. And so it means a number of things. Einstein said that imagination was greater than knowledge, which meant that if you can imagine something, it carries you like a ladder to greater awareness and a greater feeling of what you're imagining. And even if you don't have the knowledge to know how to do something, but you begin to imagine that you're doing it, you begin to imagine that it's possible, doors open things begin to happen even before you know how to do it. And so imagination is great. It's a great stair step to wisdom. It's a great stair step to success. It's a great stair step to manifesting your dreams.
I remember the first time I actually took a dream and kind of, you know, used it as fuel for a song. I had a side project called Bernie Allen, and there's a song in there called The Catapult Complex, and that song was based on, the whole song is about gravity, and it stemmed from a dream that I had where in this dream I had the power to float for 3 seconds, like the princess from Super Mario 2, you know, you should jump up and float. And in this dream, so I would just jump up and I was floating around, like, and the next morning I told him about this dream, and she's like, yo, you should write about it. And I wrote this song called The Catapult Complex. I'm sure you can find it online. And the whole song is just about, you know, defying gravity and taking advantage of, but it's also a metaphor for just, you know, like, if you have wild ideas, don't be afraid to expand on those ideas.
You have to let your imagination run wild when it comes to your career, period, whether it's singing or being a doctor or a teacher or a makeup artist or whatever it is that you want to be. I think that your imagination allows you to just think of the possibilities. And to me, the possibilities are infinite.
My imaginary part got me a lot of booty. That imaginary part, because a lot of my songs I did, my like So Anxious, I was thinking about humping, you know what I'm saying? And I was thinking if I could picture like if a girl came to visit me at that time, the music had to make her want to take off her clothes. That's what I imagined. The beat would make her like, like, ooh, okay. And I just thought like every time I could look at a person, I could see what they doing. So my imagination was vivid when it came to like, but everything I imagined came to life though. Like that's the thing, like if I had a friend that most of the time like my magic came with women. So if I had a girl that I never had, but I was adorned by, like I just loved what I saw at the time, the physical. So if I made a beat, that beat would talk for me. And so when I leave with it, it was already gonna happen.
What I want to talk to you about is being successful. And being successful does not mean a person that's rich. It does not mean a person that's intelligent. It does not mean a person that's black, white, or blue. It means a person that have a vision and a dream to be more than they are at that time. So you say, well, I want to be successful. So how? First, you must seek God. It said, seek you first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things will be added unto you. So that's the first thing, putting God in it. So putting God in it already makes it successful, because you know the Bible gives us to know through Christ we can do all things.
One thing about a mind is it's dangerous, definitely dangerous. You know, we have the capabilities to create the impossible, and also have the capabilities to, you know, move mountains, so to speak. It's this right here. You know, every little kid's dream or aspiration to be a superhero, jumping off the bed, you know, with a towel on or whatever the case, dressing up for Halloween. It's all creative, you know, all creativity. Everything that I do, from painting, singing, writing, directing, acting, anything that I put my mind to, that's from my imagination. Any video you've seen, anything that I say, yo, I want to do this, it's straight from your ideas or imagination. You might, you know, want to paint a color. You color it differently because it's what you imagine it to be or what you like it to be. So I think imagination has everything to do with success.
My imagination runs wild because I like to draw on personal experiences, and then at the same time, I love to add some, you know, fiction, because it's good sometimes to add a little fiction to give the story more depth and more realm. So, you know, creatively, I love just being in a zone of being free and able to say and speak what's on my mind, and being able to imaginate and say what feels comfortable to me, which eventually becomes comfortable to you, and it becomes music, you know, to help you get through your life or get through your day or whatever problems that you're going through. the music stimulates you enough to where you forget about your what's wrongs and you worry about what's going on.
I come from a crew called the Wu-Tang Clan. Now, of course, we're not guys that was born in China, although Wu-Tang is a Chinese word. But we had the imagination to take something that they coined and apply it to ourselves. You know, you look through somebody like George Lucas, who took toys and put them in front of a camera and made them look like they was humongous, because he had the imagination, he had that vision.
I think people overcomplicate imagination, but to me, there's certain training you can do to like simplify it. Close your eyes right now. Imagine someone handing you a rose. Look at the color of that rose. Now, what I want you to do is smell the rose without moving anything. That's imagination.
If you can visualize it and you can keep thinking about it and you can keep focusing on it, it can happen. But really what should be happening is your imagination is happening, because if you have a plan, you're going over your plan so much that you can see it. You have to keep going over your plan over and over again. You know, it's like being a method actor. But, you know, that's if you want to function at a professional level. You know, if you want to just do things and, you know, survive and be maybe, you know, be better than everyone else on your block, you could do things at a mediocre level. But if you want to be the best in the world, you honestly have to work harder than everyone else, so that everything someone does, you have to do it 10 times better. And if you want to do it with your own dough, you got to work 100 times harder than that.
The imagination is a derivative of the pictures. Our responsibility is to put positive pictures and replace the negative pictures with positive pictures, so that the imagination can be shaped in a positive light. How a kid gonna have a chance and make a positive impact on the world if he got negative pictures all around him? He go to the store, niggas is shooting. He go down the street, people laying on the corner, negativity all around him.
Your imagination and carrying you to places that way faster and further than you could go if you tried to get all the knowledge first. You see, a lot of times people will say, they'll put a delay tactic on themselves. They'll say, well, I don't really know anything about that. I really don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to do anything. But what if you sat and imagined that you did know? What if you imagined the possibility in your life, or what your life would be like if you were operating at a higher level? Your imagination then begins to activate a certain energy within you, a certain feeling. And that feeling then opens doors, and then you start getting the knowledge. So imagination, as Einstein indicated, is oftentimes greater than having knowledge.
Well, they do say I look like Beyonce when I bite my bottom lip. Oh, hold on a second, DeAndre. Hello?
Hey now. I'm gonna be a little late, but I'm on my way.
Girl, hurry up.
Okay. Oh, and order me a small tea.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna get your tea. Just come on.
Cool.
DeAndre, you still there? Yeah, where were we at? Oh yeah, Beyonce. Yeah, well, you know, it's crazy. Finally! What took you so long? Wait a minute. Why do you look like you just won the lottery?
Girl, I am so excited. I went and looked at a location. I think I'm gonna get it.
Ah! Yay! Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. Well, I'm happy for myself too though, because I got a date tonight with the guy from the seminar.
What? Yeah, okay. Check you out.
You know, the sexy one with the tattoos? He's taking me out tonight. Because this whole think about what you want and you can get it, I mean, I feel like it really works.
Yeah.
And ever since that seminar, I just feel like everything's been going right. Like I feel really good, you know?
That's what's up. We'll have fun.
Oh, you know I will. I know you will. I'm gonna need to borrow that little dress that I suggested you to wear the other night. Thank you. Because he's taking me horseback riding. Yes, in a dress. Ooh, it's gonna gonna be so much fun.
Well, there's nothing like a man with a plan.
Ooh, you telling me? I'm so used to these broke down, no money having, can I get 5 on number 10? I mean, ooh, and they want to sleep with me on the same night? I'm not doing it. Oh, no, 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 no. Ooh. Well, anyway, I gotta get going.
I just got here.
Well, you were super late. I'm sorry. I gotta go. My date is in an hour.
Okay.
All right. See you later.
See ya.
A lot of people just blow up quick, end up falling back on their ass because they blew up so quick, and then they turned to whole different people. They couldn't handle it. But if you build it and steady build it like a building, your building will be a lot stronger than if you. It's the same thing. If you build a house, one day it can be the best house in the world. You know what I'm saying? But if you just grind on that house and build it, it's gonna be the best house, solid foundation.
When you come to that crossroad and you get to a certain age where you have that epiphany where what the hell am I going to do with the rest of my life, and you don't even have a plan yet, that's when it's time to start writing your shit down.
Many of us could find our way, to travel north and to get to somewhere, And you could just go out and start walking, and maybe you'll find where you want to go. But a wise man will have a map. Because with a map, he can set his course and plan his movements.
Planning gives me the structure for my vision. It helps me to think through what will the success look like at the end, how will I be able to tell I was successful, what are the milestones along the way, what resources will I need, like what staff, what volunteers, how much money, what kind of knowledge, what kind of information, what activities will require, like if I have to do workshops, how many people will I need to reach, how will I track that? All of that grounds my vision and helps me develop how I'm going to implement it. I'm not locked into that vision, but it guides me.
So, the old statement, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, And so it's good to have plans as long as you're not stuck on them and you're able to have enough flexibility to be able to change the plan when you have an insight into a bigger idea. It's just as if a pilot is flying from here to Chicago and they have the route, the pilot is always adjusting based on weather, based on the wind, based on so much, how much fuel is in the plane, how many passengers are in the plane carrying the weight, creating a certain amount of weight that's creating a gravitational alignment. So the pilot doesn't go straight here to Chicago. It plans to. The pilot plans to, but it's always adjustment based on weather. So you have your plans, because your plans give you a focus, but then you have to be flexible enough to know when to shift your plans. That's intuition. That's insight. That's from your spiritual nature. So oftentimes you'll get to a place where you have to throw the plans away and say, something else is emerging here, let me go with this. And you have to know when to do that, and that's intuition.
One thing, you got to be willing to do whatever it takes to reach your goal. Whatever it takes to reach your goal. Have that type of mentality. Remember, the people around you, the places you go, and the things that you do dictate to where you're going to be and how fast you're going to reach your goal, or whether or not you're going to reach it at all. But you have to be real about the commitment that you're going to make to yourself. You also need to be healthy. You need to have your body as healthy as it possibly can be, because what is a whole lot of cash and you can't even enjoy it?
Now that I'm done having children, it's very important for me to be healthy. I finally got back into my workout regimen, and to be honest, I started waking up at 5 o'clock going to work out when the birds wake up, because that's what makes me feel good. I'm at a point where I don't have a whole lot of time to myself. I have 4 kids, a career that has to take a back seat to that, but both are important. I mean, if I don't attend to my career, then my kids ain't gonna be good because we can't eat. So I gotta figure out a way to dang, how can I do something for me every day? So that's what I do. I look at it like, this is only an hour and a half out of your day, and it's gonna really make a difference. And I actually leave with a smile on my face and feel like, I did something for me today. This is gonna not only affect my physical appearance, but it makes me feel good. It actually makes you think clearer and, you know, just get more things done. So, you know, I know that that's something that people are now paying a lot more attention to, I guess, because of the various sicknesses and things like that, and people being more into alternative medicines. But I think that, you know, it's never too late. I see people of all ages, and I envy people that I see that are like, you know, in their 70s and 80s that I still see working out. And really, that's kind of my motivation now. Like, I want to be like that. I want to be walking straight. I want to be good. I want my grandkids to be able to enjoy me, and you know, also, I want to still be able to make these hit records.
Most people only plan for what they think they can get. The universe doesn't like that. The universe wants you to go for what you think is impossible. You see? And if you plan for only what you think you can get, there's no growth in it. You plan, yeah, I think I'm going to go walk around the block. Okay, walk around the block, no big deal. But the universe wants you to say, why don't you go around the world? Why don't you travel around the world? How am I going to get there? I don't know. Use your imagination.
Miss Davis, thank you so much for meeting me.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, I just need your initial a couple places and your signature right here.
Okay.
And I'll trade you.
Thank you so much.
We're really happy to have you in the neighborhood.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Enjoy the shop.
Thank you.
There's an old saying that I use a lot, and that is, a coward dies 1,000 deaths, a brave man dies just once. And the reason that I use that is because our mind can imagine so many reasons not to take action. But the reality is, if you take action, if you're gonna die, you're not gonna die from 1,000 ways. You're gonna die one time.
The worst four-letter word is fear. That's like false evidence appearing real or fake evidence appearing real. And most of us hinder ourselves because of our inner conversation.
So in order to move forward, you gotta have a plan and you gotta take action. You gotta go do it. You wanna be a writer? Start writing. You know, you think that you have the ability to be an entertainer? Then get up off your feet and start moving in your career. You wanna be a lawyer? Don't say, I wanna be a lawyer. Start reading books and go to school and go to college and go to law school. You know, nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream.
The words that you speak or communicate are your verbal words, and your actions are active words. So before we think about how our actions impact us, we have to think about what we say impacts us. Before we think about how what we say impacts us, we have to think about what we think. The universe, according to the Shabaka stone, an ancient document that was carved in basalt stone by the 25th dynasty Pharaoh Shabaka, says that in the beginnings of all things, the universe that we know of first came into existence through a thought of the mind and the words of the tongue. So there's a relationship between thoughts and words and actions.
Whatever you're doing, it could be in any industry, any walk of life. I mean, you got to be consistent, you got to put in hard work, and you do have to kind of, you know, it's nice to be nice. This is a funny story, man. When my brother moved out the crib, I used to always be like, yo, man, come back and get me, man, I want to go. He said, man, I get up, I move too early. You still be having on basketball shorts at noon, you finna go hoop, and I'm moving. So I'm doing what you already want to do at a time when you ain't ready. So if you get up and get dressed instantly as soon as you get up, all you gotta do is call me. So I'm wondering, trying to figure out why this whole thing is so crazy, and he's like, nigga, it's simple. Get up, get ready for the day, so you can get out and get it, and I'll show you what's good. It's that easy. You being ready lets you get the ride.
If you ain't got the drive to go out and get it, you ain't getting shit. And that's the bottom line and shit, you know. Ain't nobody going to hand nothing to you. People could pray to God all day for, you know, that big house or that big home, or even just modest things, you know. But in the end, it's you that makes it happen for yourself.
If you really have faith in yourself, you make moves.
your first mind is mostly always right the first time. You know, once you hesitate or you overthink it, then you're trying to do it for something else. Your gut feeling, whatever that imagination is, you go for it. Any dream, go for it.
My thing has always been to just do things that make sense. You know, if it's musical, it's about how much man hours I'm putting into it. To me, it's man hours versus, you know, the finish line, the goal of the project being completed. If you can understand that, that's what it is. It's how much time I got, and how, you know, how I'm gonna use my time efficiently enough to get to the goal. You know, ahead of schedule, like I always do.
I remember the week before I started Agape, a dear friend of mine came up to me. I was standing on top of this hill, and he said, "Man, are you sure you know what you're doing?" He said, "You got a family, you got kids. Are you sure you're gonna do this, man? Are you gonna feed yourself?" And I said, "Listen, I don't have a choice. I've been moved upon. And since I've been moved upon, I've got to make a move. And that which moved upon me is gonna handle it, you know. And I've never looked back. You know, there've been lean moments, there've been moments of, I wonder how we're gonna get through this. Hey, 26 years later, we're still here and changed a lot of lives, you know, nationally and globally. So when you're in tune with your intuition, you wait until you know it's time to make that move. And then, even if it's illogical, you know it's the right move. Even if the people around you are wondering, you know it's the right move, and then it starts to bear fruit.
You get what you put in it. Like, I feel like if you put your all into it, you will get something out of it. You might not get all what you put into it, but God gonna give you something if it's meant for you.
If you are successful at this moment while I'm talking to you, then you know that you have put in your work, that you have grind. No such thing as an overnight success. Believe me, anybody that ever made it have put in at least 5-10 years or more before they become successful.
I was one of millions who wanted to be a singer, and I got my wish. You know what I mean? I'm blessed. But I also think to whom much is given, much is required. So it's very important to work hard. This is not a joke. Anything you wanna be great at, you know, I think requires a lot of work. And I'm so great that I was actually able to do it with my childhood friend.
Man, what kind of cable is this?
The regular kind? What?
So what you want to watch? Some action or some comedy?
Action.
Action. I knew it.
Let me see this remote. You ain't using this. Oh, wash my hair.
You find something?
Not yet.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, all right?
Okay. I'm gonna leave your phone turned down. Talking to some skeezers or something on here. Let me see this.
Babe, you have a tissue?
Oh.
You what?
Well,
Why are you going through my stuff? Every time I walk out, you're going in my stuff. What are you looking for? If you don't trust me, then we're just wasting time.
No, what? You the one over here talking about you had to go pee. What is that roll of toilet paper for? Anyway, look, you over here sniggling and giggling. We were having our moment.
It's just some pictures of my nephew my sister sent. That's what you want to see so bad, right?
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all right. I'm about to get up out of here, right? You got other things to worry about.
No, you don't have.
You need to do some thinking. So when you get your mind right, then just give me a call, all right? I'm out. Let me out. Yeah, let me get that.
What? Oh.
You
never enter a relationship without first investigating the trust concept. Most people have already been damaged before they get with one another. But human beings don't work on their problems because they think another person is the answer. Another man, what I need is another man. Oh, I need another girl. No. You need to first chill out from that last relationship, stop and look and ask yourself, what was I accountable for? Don't just be finger pointing. Don't be say, oh, because it's never all one person's fault. But what happens is we don't work on ourselves to give our best self to our significant other. Because we've been living with ourselves so long, we're used to our character disorders or neurotic behavior. We don't even see them as, because it's our norm. Every time you do what you say you're gonna do, you build trust. It's like deposits. When you tell your girl, hey, I'm going down the street, I'll be back at 10:30. You need to be back at 10:30. You come back at 11, her memory, you gotta understand, that woman already has experiences that has nothing to do with you. That if you're not a man of what you say, it's gonna take her back to where she didn't feel secure. So what happens is sometimes we feed insecurities, then turn around and woof at our significant other, like what's wrong with you, and don't understand we're the culprit, because we're not a man of our word. The Bible says, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. In other words, be a man of your word, because your word is all you got. If your word ain't no good, then you ain't no good. So by your word, you establish trust. You make deposits in the bank account of trust. Then the one day your car do break down at 1:30 in the morning and your cell phone died. She can believe that because you've been a man of your word. But if your cell phone die every week, you know the game, you know what we do, those that are not mature, and then we feed that insecurity. Then we turn around and indemnify them for being insecure. We the one that fed it, because we ain't a man of our word.
What's up now? I just seen DeAndre. Is everything okay?
No, everything is not okay. I keep messing up.
How? What did you do?
I keep getting caught going through DeAndre stuff. It's like, I've never been in a relationship so perfect before. And guys just always cheat on me and lie to me, and I don't know, I start to feel like I'm like damaged goods or something.
Aw, Nell. What happened?
Well, first I got caught going through his closet.
What's up?
Oh.
And then I got caught going through his glove compartment.
You find it?
Oh.
And then just now, I got caught going through his phone.
Well, it's just like my mother told me. Your actions are interpreted by your thoughts. Come on, let's go get some ice cream or something. Come on.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, Miss Davis. Hey, before I forget, I just opened up my new clothing store. Come check me out.
Oh, look at you. I definitely will.
Yes, make sure you do.
Okay. Do you need me to find anything else before you leave?
No, that'll be it. And hold my calls. I have a meeting at corporate.
Okay.
Hi, how may I help you?
Hi, yes. I have a 1 o'clock appointment with Mr. Payton.
One moment, please. Mr. Payton, your 1 o'clock is here. Okay. He'll be with you in a moment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Amina, how are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Great, right this way.
Thank you.
Call security.
In the Holy Quran, it teaches us a lesson. It says Allah gives no man no burden that he can't carry. So thus, when you see an obstacle, don't let it deter you. You either can go over it, around it, or through it, depending on your own strength.
Although, you know, coming up, I got ridiculed for looking different, one. Two, for you know, we weren't considered hip hop at all for the simple fact that we played instruments, you know what I mean? So we had all these things that worked against us, but at the same time, we didn't necessarily change to cater to the naysayers, you know what I mean? We stayed true to ourselves. Say we had a bum show or something, and I'd always tell, you know, anybody that looked like they were bummed out, listen, like, if we stick to this, one day the world's gonna have to come around and recognize that, yeah, this is different, but there's nothing like this out here, you know what I mean? And that's exactly what we did. You know, we stayed true to ourselves, we stayed true to our music, and it worked out for us.
In the business, you always gonna have ups and downs. Don't start your goal thinking that it's gonna be a piece of cake, because it's not. It's far from a piece of cake. Chasing a goal is fun, but it's a lot of work and it's a lot of hardships, ups and downs to it.
Our ancestors had a symbol. They had a concept known as Kepra. Kepra, K-H-E-P-E-R-A. Kepra was represented by a dung beetle. The dung beetle lives its life by eating dung, cow dung, het heru's dung. And when a dung beetle gave birth, dung beetle mother put the eggs in dung and rolled it along the hapi, the Nile, in the presence of the sun, and the baby dung beetles inside ate their way through the egg, through the dung, to the light of day. Now, because I want to be careful with my language, I'm going to say it this way. Don't we sometimes go around when we go through a lot of stuff that's not very happy, we say, I don't feel like eating all that dung. So it becomes important to understand that dung are the obstacles in life that assist you to come forward to the light of day. Dr. King said your character is built not during times of comfort and convenience, but during times of conflict and controversy.
After a while, you know, when there's too much bullshit around you, you can't get caught up in it so quick, you know what I mean? Where you're not even realizing you your own strongest link and your weakest link. You know what I mean? First and foremost. So for me, it was like I just had to really just separate a lot of shit, you know what I mean? And just get away from the bum shit, you know what I mean? The bum mentalities, you know, and start being around the powerful niggas, the niggas that is successful because they want to be successful. And they know that it takes a lot to be successful, you know what I mean? Other than just being around and dealing with dudes who think that every day, you know, every day is gonna always be a good day, and it's not.
You're trying to go to college, and in order to go to college, you gotta pass a course. You get a test back and you get an F. Well, you can't say, "Oh my God, I flunked this test." You gotta see that as a hurdle, and so now what you're gonna do is redouble your effort because you know you gotta pass this course to get to your goal. Your goal is going to college.
There's always a blessing in the obstacle. And actually, I would say you bless the obstacle, you bless the mistake, and you ask for that, you ask for the blessing, you ask for that knowledge. And then you use your inner resources to meet that challenge, knowing that I'm here for a reason. This project is a divine idea. It's meant to be successful. I'm meant to be successful. So everything in the universe is actually supporting me, not to overlook, not to go around, but to go through this obstacle and find out what its purpose is and fulfill it. Because that obstacle is gonna lead me to the next step of success in my project.
I sacrificed my life for this. Like, I gave up my life for this. I gave up normalcy for this. I gave up not being able to walk down the street for this. I gave up having a 9 to 5, going home, saying, honey, I'm home, the normal lifestyle. I don't know what that is. That's why now I'm starting to learn it. You know what I'm saying? I got a wife now, but it's not easy for me, because I gave that lifestyle up because you can enter, when you enter this, it's like you still enter a world still of devilish. And in some parts of you gonna be lost. That's why you gotta stay grounded, keep grounded people to keep you grounded. Because once you enter it, your soul is disposed for anything. And so like me, mine was exposed to everything, women to drugs at one point in time, you know what I'm saying? And it's just that life, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of stay grounded, man.
20 years straight, I've been running this hip hop shit, been doing my rap thing real tough, gangster rap, pimping, hardcore, hard on the bitch, you understand me? Doing my thing, representing West Coast to the fullest. Then I got to a certain point where I felt like my music wasn't representing who I was personally, who I was as a person, how I lived. When I left the studio, I wasn't gangbanging, I wasn't selling drugs, I wasn't knocking a bitch, I wasn't doing none of that. I was a family guy, and I was more about love, peace, and harmony. So I had to figure out a way to make my music represent that. And then at the same time, there's so much going on in the world with this gun violence and all this negativity and all these things and these issues. So I wanted to address those with this record and this new look and this new sound. And Snoop line was appropriate because we're living in the jungle. And what other animal can deal with the jungle better than a lion? I mean, it's like a jungle sometimes. That's what I was taught. As an early age, I used to listen to this song. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep it going up. I never understood it. I used to just hear it all the time. Like, damn, them niggas is hard. The shit they saying is hard. But as a man, I am the lion, forced to deal with the jungle. And I live in the jungle. I don't run from it, I run to it. And I address it, whether I'm successful and have money, I still go back and give back to my community and any other community that I can help by means of doing football, charity, and just individual works of that nature that helps me become a better person, and it helps me stay rooted and never forget where I come from.
So Amina, what's up?
Life is good. I actually just opened up a clothing store. I'm so excited.
That's great. Whew. I'm sure you've noticed in the last 2 weeks there have been a lot of cuts here in the office.
Yes, I've noticed.
This is tough. Jeanette, Marianne, both gone. Someone else will be leaving us very soon. That someone is you.
What?
Sorry, Amina, we're letting you go. I know, you've got 2 weeks left. It's gonna be tough, but hey, you're a winner. Amina. 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 Security in the conference room.
It's very important to go through a conflict, go through an up and down, and say, all right, you're gonna feel down, you're gonna smoke one, you're gonna, whine for a minute like, God damn it, I ain't shit. But then you jump back on board and you be like, yo, okay, I see what I did wrong. Maybe if I twist this or tweak that and go in another way, then hey, my situation will be better.
And another thing about being successful is to relieve yourself of negative people around you, because they drain you. They take your energy. They take your strength. They take a lot of your creativeness from you, because they don't feel like you feel, and they are draining you because they don't have the vision.
Well, to me, we have to stop letting haters take us off our path. You know, one of my personal quotes that I have for myself is that a hater is a person you see when you take your eyes off your goal. The hater, his remedy for the jealousy is to do away with you totally, or to ruin the people that you have influence over. He want to put you in a light that the people that you have influence over sees you different. This same with the story in Genesis 4 with Cain and Abel. Cain's remedy for Abel was not to get it right with God. It was just to to kill his own brother. And this is what haters do. The obstacles don't come from life's circumstances. It comes from people. People put stumbling blocks in your way. See, you either got people that help you on your way or people that try to block your way.
I stay prayerful, and even in hard times, I don't really, I've never been one to really care about what someone else says. If I know that my heart is in the right place, I have a song that says, if you're coming from the right place, you can't go wrong. I mean, people may not always receive things the way you meant it, and you may not always be able to explain it. I've been in plenty of situations where people have said or thought things about me that were just, not at all true to my character, but the reality is they don't even know me, and I can't really let that dictate what I'm about to do next. I mean, my path is laid out, and that's not their decision. It's, what's for me is for me. What God has for me is for me. And, even though, I might have to go through something hard. I might, I lost a husband. I mean, I've been through a lot of stuff in life, but never once have I felt like this is the end of my path.
The stumbling blocks, if you get tied into God, he'll turn them into stepping stones. You can't go higher without a hater. He makes your enemy your footstool. You couldn't get elevated, promoted without them. He'll make them have to bow down and use them as a bench for you to get over. That's what the Bible says. That's all they're doing. If they knew that their hatred towards you was going to promote you, Jesus couldn't get to the cross without a Judas. How can you hate Judas? Jesus calls him friend. Read your Bible. He says, wherefore art thou come out to me, friend, and betrays Jesus with a kiss. Part of people that put obstacles in you, they're almost schizophrenic. One part of them love you, and the other part of them hate you.
If we could arrange our lives so that our thought process, when things happen to us, we did not curse the wind that brought the obstacle, but bless the wind that brought the obstacle, realizing that that obstacle gave us another opportunity to perfect our character. If we believed that, if we understood that, then all things that came to us that might be a problem, that might be a challenge, that might be something we don't want to go through, would only be a test as opposed to a problem. Problems are not bad. That's why we have to solve problems. And in the solving of the problem, you get closer to your destiny. So we have to start to change the way we think and the way we say what we say, because if we don't, then problems will hold us back, as opposed to being guideposts and signposts that we're on the right track.
The hardest obstacle that's going to come, the one that could really send you back, is going to be the one that's blocking you right from your goal. There's a proverb that says, for a woman, the hardest part of birth is during labor. That's when the pain is the most intense. But after that comes life. When that life comes, it's eternal.
If you're trying to come up, just believe in yourself, believe in your dream, and keep pushing at it. Be consistent. Don't let no one be an obstacle. Either get over them, get around it, get it done. That's all I can say.
Hey, new clothing store, Amina's Closet. Come on by.
Sure, I got you. Look.
Amina's Closet, new clothing store. Come on by. Thank you.
We both will cooperate and make a set.
Damn! Hey! Let me tell you. I'm a head coach, baby. I got to have you on my team! Look at you! On that yellow looking like a pretty bowl of banana pudding. Damn, you look delectable. What's your name, Sugar Pudding?
I'm a meaner.
I'm a... Well, look, I'm Daddy Divine, okay? Supersized. Qualified. Check this out here. Bonafide to blow your sweet little mind. All right, baby. Now, look, why don't you come off them digits? So I can give you this gift before Christmas.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm taking already.
Oh, come on. What did you say to me? Look, let me keep it real with you. Today my election day. Okay. I need your vote right now. I ain't gaming. But you can see I'm out here campaigning. I need a first lady in my life, and you absolute need my time. Now come on. Get out of player. Let me upgrade you. I can upgrade you. I want to see you.
Oh,
all
thank
right.
God. I mean,
thank
here
God.
he comes now.
Here come God. Hold on, God. It's only 75 minutes. Wait. Come on. I'm going to tell you like this. Oh.
What's up, boss man? How you doing?
Oh. Billy Blanks over here. You like that? All right. Go ahead. Got the little bow flags going on. And you know what? It's cool. It's cool. Because when you know better, you choose better. I'll get at you.
You saved me just in time.
Yo, you out here getting harassed?
Man, only if you knew.
Let me upgrade you, baby.
Brent, you silly.
But you see what he had on?
Man.
Pink, green, yellow,
Everything.
red. Bro, I look like a rainbow.
Uh.
But anyway, I called you a few times last week. What you been up to?
Besides being stressed out, I've been okay, I guess.
What? Why you stressing out?
Well, in a nutshell, the company I worked for folded.
Dang.
So I got laid off.
I'm sorry to hear that. But
Yeah.
you know what? You got your store to fall back on. You good.
Yeah, but not really. Because I was using a portion of my income for the store until things picked up. But now I don't know what I'm gonna do. Plus, business is slow. I've been passing out flyers to bring people in. Nothing seems to be working. I'm starting to feel a little discouraged.
Damn. You know what? Don't feel discouraged, though. You just got to start networking with the right marketing people.
Yeah, but I don't know anyone in marketing right off top.
You know what? It's this networking party tomorrow. I'm going to text you the info when I get to my house.
Okay.
So won't you just come over here, girl, and give me some love. Give me some love.
I don't know, you
Won't you come over
sweaty.
here? You like my sweat.
As you're traveling this path and you're doing your action and you're on your road to success, please remember to network with people, yo. And the reason why this is important is because you're not the only one on the path. There's others trying to get there, and you may have a piece that helps them, they may have a piece that helps you. You know, when I think about some of my travels, you know, I came across an executive named Steve Rifkin. Now, Steve Rifkin was a man who was in the music business, but he didn't have a million selling group on his hand. He was looking for that. And me, I didn't have an executive or a label on my hand that could put my product out to the world untampered with. And we met, and we networked, and we brought in other people, you know, that joined our team. We brought in, you know, people from Europe to join the team. And by us collaborating all these different forces of energy, our brand and our sound became worldwide because we brought in worldwide people.
You need to be influenced by others. You need to be exposed to other ways of thinking, exposed to other ideas. And so again, I'd like to surround myself with people that were doing what I wanted to do.
Without relationships, I probably have a record on the radio because it takes relationships. It takes building. Like sometimes knowing that man at the front desk can get me a free studio. You know what, man? Tell my man I'm gonna give him 2-3 hours studio time. just by me being him. That's my relationship with the front desk. You know what I'm saying? That right there just.
When Wu-Tang came out, we would drive down to Virginia from New York and just go to Hampton University and just hang out with the college DJ. Or we'll hang out with a guy like Will Strickland, who later on became an executive in the building. At first he was just a college kid doing college radio, but we networked and he helped us grow, and then he grew to be an executive.
Networking is easier because of the internet. So nobody actually has to have conversations anymore. They can tweet or, you know, shit like that. But networking definitely, because, you know, like I said, if I hung around motherfuckers that smoke crack all day, I would have been a crackhead and shit. If you're hanging around executives and people that's getting money like that, eventually your ass gonna get some money too. Each one teach one. You gotta pick up on that game, soak it up like a sponge. Once you soak it up and shit, you apply it to your own self, and then you work that shit out. And always keep good connections, and always say what you mean and mean what you say, because once your word fails with one person that's in a position of power, it trickles down because they all know each other. So your word is mud in that circle right there. And then you got to find another way to eat.
Being always cool, always remember names, politic, you know. I remember program directors, producers, people that you should always know, remember their name, because next time you see them, it's like a real friendship. If you don't remember their name, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, fuck this dude. You know what I'm saying? And so that's also, relationships has always helped me by being cool with everybody. And my whole routine is always being cool.
I mean, whether you have a hard day or not, give them your best personality. You know, whether you on a come up or whether you there or not, always greet people with a great personality so they can spread the word. So they won't be like, yo, he was an asshole when I met him and shit.
Bridges, don't burn them bridges. Relationships. Relationships is so huge in this game. I wish y'all know. And that's how I started building them up, and it just eventually to where I'm at today, just successful and just living cool.
Chica, I am so sorry for blowing up that bathroom, but you know, my collard green burritos are bomb, okay. Chica. They wreak some serious havoc on your plumbing. I'm Marissa, by the way. I know Chico Jackson Tacos.
Oh, you know what? I drive past there every day. You stay busy.
I've been doing so much social networking lately. Really expanded my business.
Wow, so online networking really works for you.
Oh yeah, it has. What type of business are you in?
I got a clothing store in La Cienega called Amina's Closet.
That's good, congratulations.
Yeah, I just opened up a few months ago, but I'm having a hard time bringing people in. But it looks like I need to do what you're doing. But the only thing is, I don't have a budget.
Chica, you don't need that. You have internet access, right? I know you do.
Yeah.
That's all you need to get started. You know, besides the familiar sites like Facebook, there's Instagram and Twitter, there's a bunch of other sites you can use to advertise. Seriously, best thing I ever did for my business, social networking.
Wow.
Come on, Chica, let's go talk about it. Let me buy you a drink.
Okay.
I'm gonna hook you up.
I think when you're picking your team, you need to be really honest with yourself. I have to be honest with myself about what I'm good at and what I'm not. And I want to find people for my team who complement my skills and abilities and who fill in the gaps. Now the good news and the bad news is I'll have the whole range of skills that I need, but people who have the skills and temperament and knowledge that I don't have, they may operate a little differently from me. So I need to learn how to communicate and work with people who aren't just like me, because that's what I need.
So I think when it comes to picking teammates, the most important thing for you to know is what's the game I'm playing. And once you define the game you're playing, then you want to pick teammates that will help you win.
When Kobe Bryant came to the Lakers, I noticed that he really didn't start winning until he started trusting his team. You know, and that is the same thing in business or in life in general. It's like trust is everything. And if you don't have trust, there's no unity, there's no unit.
You want people who are going to add to the pot. You want people who can create beyond your creativity. So you have to be confident enough to allow that knowledge and expertise in. But every good leader finds people that are smarter than they are in certain ways.
I've had great bosses, you know, Steve Plotnicki and Corey Robbins and, you know, Clive Davis and even Robert Najee, one of my construction worker boss, you know. Najee Demolition. I've had great bosses. And I patterned myself after them. I just walked in their footsteps. That's all. And I got the hang of being a boss.
Letting people execute your vision is explaining to them when they're not doing it correctly, but without hurting their feelings. It's really hard to make people aware of what they're not doing right. Sometimes ego kicks in. And sometimes, like, you know, a certain tone of voice can offend someone to where whatever you're trying to make them aware of, they're just resenting how you're saying it. So you have to figure out how to communicate with the people you are trying to help, you know, that are working with you. You know what I mean? And that's something that I actually have to sometimes, because I get real direct sometimes when something that is not getting done. And, you know, my intent with the people I work with is not to scare them. I want them to enjoy what they're doing.
I place a high degree of value on intelligence. You know, I would take an intelligent person who's never done something over somebody who's been doing it for 30 years every day. Because one of the things that you want to have is you want to have people who are thinking people, because whatever you do, you're starting a business, it never goes as you plan. There are always going to be mid-course corrections, and smart people are better at making adjustments than people who aren't smart.
You got to remain calm at all times. There's going to be pressure. It's supposed to be pressure. It's about how cool you are when the pressure comes and how much you can tolerate.
Whether it's music, whether it's, you know, starting a business, first and foremost, I think they have to be people that you can rely on, people that you trust, but also people that you're comfortable around, you know, and people that you wouldn't necessarily feel uncomfortable telling a crazy idea to, you know what I mean, or something that you had a dream about, you know what I mean. For me personally, everybody that's in my camp, or everybody that you know, that I work with musically are all kindred spirits, you know what I mean? People that I feel not only comfortable around, but people who could finish a sentence for me, you know what I mean? Or people that have inspired me in some way or another. Kwong, you're snoring, son. See? I'm hearing Kwong, one of the illest photographers in the world, but he snores like a wildebeest.
What you doing? You meditating? Oh, let me get up on this. Look at you. Chanel wanting to meditate. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to show me how, because I don't know how to do this. Okay. I don't know. Oh, wait. Did I show you my new sexy heels? How sexy are these? OMG. You know why? Because DeAndre got me tickets to go see Kelly Rowland. How sweet is he? Isn't that sweet? Oh my God. I'm like, go. But she gonna sing it better than me. But oh my God, he is so special. Where did I find him? He breaks my little heart. He's so sweet to me. Oh, wait. Did you see the hip hop ratchet housewives of South Central last night? Crazy. It was crazy. The Rhonda girl, she got caught stealing money out of the offering. It was so off the hook. The deacon came out. He had a broom in his hand. It was crazy.
Chanel, what? Come on. You have to stop talking so much if you want me to show you how to meditate. Oh, okay. Okay, now close your eyes. Okay. And relax. Okay. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Breathe in deep. Concentrate on your breathing and relax.
But yeah, I think praying and meditating is a good thing to do. Because I believe in always staying prayed up, because the devil is always trying to, you know, work.
Shut you down.
He always trying to do something. Yeah. So, you know, if God is on your side, the devil he could do as much as he wants, but he just can't touch it.
In the spiritual realm, you know, I could truly say that I've prayed for a very long time, you know, without fail. You know, that I can say. As far as you know, the meditation, that's new to me. You know, I've been meditating here and there and seeing the effects of it, and it actually works. You know, once you get what it is and what it's for, it actually does work. You know, so I've been doing more of it and reading a lot about it and whatnot. I've always been spiritual, not necessarily religious, but spiritual.
Whether you go to church, you Christian, hey, it's all good. You know what I mean? Because it's submitting to the will of the Most High in their eyes. You know, and that's how I feel for me. Like, you know, once I was able to get that and have somebody to say, yo, thank you. You know, thank you for giving me life. Thank you for giving my family, you know what I mean, the opportunity to be here for me, and you know what I mean, and I could be there for them. I think that really had a lot to do with it.
My spirituality has certainly played a huge part in everything that I do, but I think now I depend on it to inform a lot of my decisions. Even when I work out, I mean, sometimes, you know, people kind of say, oh, it's going to take time, or meditation takes time. That's something that I do at the same time while I'm working out. I mean, I listen to my music, but a lot of times, you know, I might turn off my music and say my prayer, or just think about, you know, the things that I want to do for the week and how I might be able to do them now that I'm not around the house and running around doing a million things. You know, there's several ways to meditate. It doesn't just mean praying. I mean, some people don't believe in that, but that's fine. You know, I just think it's all about just kind of trying to center your mind.
I mean, I'm very spiritual. You know, I have like a personal relationship with God. I talk to him, you know, every day. I thank him for everything I've had and everything that I've been through. But definitely it's a learning process, man. Like with spiritually, you have to have that foundation. You have to have that love, because you know right from wrong. But sometimes, you know, life decisions and life choices steer you another path. But, you know, mistakes are given, being a human. You know, we don't have to be perfect. You know, but we have to, you know, learn from our mistakes and move on, and, you know, help people in the process. It's about uplifting not just one race or community, everybody, you know, because everybody being one sound is powerful. You know, to separate cultures, or to separate people, or, you know, segregate them is just a plot just to not have unity and not having that all peace. You know, if everybody loved each other, it wouldn't be a problem. You know, it wouldn't be wars, it wouldn't be people getting shot, it wouldn't be little kids getting shot, us going to war over whatever we're going to war over.
Prayer. Prayer is basically defined by your understanding of what God is. Whatever your understanding of God is, that's how you pray. So if your belief that God is a man in the sky far from you, then your prayer is begging and beseeching a man in the sky to give you a blessing. As you mature and begin to understand that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and that God is omnipresent, meaning everywhere, omnipotent, the only power, omniscient, all-knowing, omniactive, the only action that's going on in the universe, then you know that God is closer than your breathing and nearer than your hands and feet. So you don't have to pray out there. Prayer then is defined as touching reality without trying to get anything from it. You're actually trying to wake up to what has already been given to you by pure spirit, by the presence of God. So prayer becomes more of a communion. It becomes more of an inner realization of, you may start off thinking, okay, I have a lack in my life. But that's an illusion, because the presence of God is there, but you just don't see it. So prayer would be, I am going to go in and do what is necessary for me to realize that I have all of my needs met. And then as I have that inner realization, I'm going to walk into the world, and then something is going to happen to prove that, you see. So real prayer is a declaration, an announcement, an affirmation, a communion, a feeling into that which is real, until it becomes more real to us than the very chairs we're sitting on.
I'm a father of 4. I think of it like how I would want my children to come to me. My children wouldn't have to organize no thing that, oh, I'm going to talk to daddy now. Let me see what I'm going to tell daddy. No, they just come up and they have a conversation with me. I'm not interested in anything. Just talking to me is the gift that I get from my children and from my people. And I would imagine if that is the way I feel, then that's the way the Creator feels. Recognize the Creator. Realize these things that we have to do as a people, because we're trying to get too deep and too complicated with things that are so simple, because the early human beings didn't have all this. But somehow or other they were able to make this world what it is, because if it wasn't for them, we would not be here. I am because they were. Since they were, therefore I am.
I did research on prayer because I know too much scripture. And I'm one of them cats that ask questions. So I said, all right, scripture says, for he knows what you have need of before you ask him. So I said, well, why pray? Because most prayer is supplication. So what is supplication? Requesting God to do things that you can't do. Simply asking him to do what your human ability can't perform. Because that's what we do. When we pray, it's a Christmas list. We ask, okay, I want this. That's all it is. God told me, he said, you on to something. He said, yeah, that's a good question. Why pray if you know that I know what you have need of before you ask me? He said, because prayer is psychological. Prayer is you admitting that you need help. That's what it is. When you pray, it's a type of humility. It's the human being accepting the fact, I've gone as far as I can go. And I've acknowledged that I ain't gonna make it if you don't help me. Prayer, and he said, this is what God told me. Man, I feel the Holy Spirit. This is what God told me. He said, prayer ain't even for me. It's for you. You need to hear yourself say that you need help. You need to say it. You need to say it. And a cleansing comes from it. Because most people, when they get to that place of that sincere, I ain't gonna make it if you don't help me. It's tears are flowing, and it's a cleansing. Yeah, it's psychological. Prayer is it cleanses the soul. Because God knows you need it, but man is in his brilliance and all the money we have and all of that. We have a false sense that we don't need it. So that's why he lets our money run out, our friends run out. He's still loving on us, but we got to come to the end of ourselves. And he has enough patience to wait on us. And when we come to the end of ourselves, he was there all the time. And then we ask him, it seemed like boom. But he was like, I've been waiting on you. You know, I'm waiting on God. No, God is waiting on you.
Meditation, that helps. I think that helps your head, it helps your soul, it helps you. And once you get into that, I think you realize, that you can make decisions better. I think you start making decisions better because you slow it down and you think about what you're doing after you've maybe meditated for 15, 20 minutes or however long you can do it. If you're new to it, it probably is a couple of minutes, but as long as you're giving it a shot, you know what I'm saying? So I've been reading about it and doing it here and there, so I think it's important.
Church don't even focus on meditation. The only time God can talk to you is when you're quiet. Only time God, you have to be in a state of meditation, not in a state of speaking or rehearsing.
You have to calm your mind to get to your spirit. And once you center yourself in that way, direction becomes clearer, imagination is sharper, your tools become better, and your sense of direction, that map looks so much clearer if you can calm yourself, quieten your spirit, and get within yourself. Because anything we create is from within, not without. And so to bring it from within, you have to go in there to get it. You can't go in there to get it if you don't calm your mind and get in touch with your spirit. So prayer and meditation, and people think it's real formal. It's not so much real formal. You don't really have to get on your knees and, say those kind of prayers, and you don't have to set up and do the Buddha chant, and, it's really about quietening your mind. Whatever way does that for you, I consider that meditation. And if you put the spiritual element in it, then it's prayer.
You make your meditation time, your prayer time, your quiet time with self your priority. because that's where the inspiration comes from. That's where the guidance comes from. That's where your power comes from. That's where your real power comes from. That's how a vision pulls you instead of your pain pushing you. It's through your time with your own inner knower and that divine intelligence that governs the universe.
A lot of people, we call them shooting stars, is because they don't have no grounded. They're not grounded in no kind of base of morality or a base of prayer. And I'm not saying that you got to be praying to some mystery, you know what I mean? But to pray and to give praises due, you know, to your ancestors. I say all praises due to Allah, because I know who's the father of the universe is. To meditate and to go inside yourself, because your inner space is as vast as your outer space. These type of elements add to longevity. If you talk to anybody who's been doing it for a long time, you'll see that they have some kind of base of prayer, fasting, and strong faith. It's because of this base that their doubt is always erased. So even when things go bad for them, they have this foundation that overcomes the bad. Check around on that. You know, if you look at somebody like Oprah Winfrey, who considers herself, you know, she's not a Christian and she says certain things, but she has a strong base in faith. You know, she has a strong base in consciousness and through meditation and finding herself in this whole big world.
But if you just go out into the world without praying and meditating, then you're susceptible to all this stuff. The news, the media, people's opinions, what people are saying, the gossip, you're susceptible to all that stuff. But if you're praying and meditating, you rise above it. You notice it, but it doesn't bother you, because you're not in that world. You're not much higher frequency, you see. When you take what you love and you take what you're good at and you combine it, it can be a pathway to success. It can be a pathway to prosperity, a pathway to generosity, a pathway to releasing your life gifts. And then what happens is, as you become excellent in one thing, there's a carryover. And you find that you're able to apply the same principles to other areas of your life that you didn't think you were good at. So if a person is an athlete, and there's certain levels of discipline that you have to go through to be an athlete, in terms of taking care of the body temple, in terms of flexibility, exercise, focus, resolve. When that career is up, you take those same qualities of focus, resolve, discipline, you begin to apply it to other things in your life, and you find success coming that way. But you begin with, what do I love, and what am I good at? And then you make sure that you don't become mediocre at it. Mediocrity is not where we want to live. You become excellent at it. And then excellence opens many doors.
Follow your heart. If it makes your heart happy, if you enjoy going to work and you can't wait to get out of bed, that's your love. That's your goal. That's your career. So always follow that. You know, maybe you like going to a factory. I don't. I'm glad I don't have to go to a factory every morning. I go to a stage, I go to a video set. I love what I do. I love what I do.
Don't do something for the love of money. Do something for the love that you have of what you're doing, and the money will follow. It's putting the cart before the horse to say, okay, what can I do to make money? I've met a lot of people over my life who made money and they hate what they do. And how often do you read about somebody in the paper and you say, God, they committed suicide? They had everything. But what you may not have realized is that all that they had was material, but the way in which they got it was something that never gave them a moment of happiness. You know, and at the end of the day, if you're happy and content with what you do, that is more valuable than any amount of money that you could ever have.
Money pays rent. Money pays student loans. Money puts food on your table. But our destiny has to do with consciousness. That's the only thing you bring with you.
My career can stop right now. I can never make another song in my life.
probably more than I ever dreamed of. You know what I'm saying? Never thought I could get. You know, me coming from parents of heroin addicts. I mean, yeah. And to where I'm at, no one in my house ever owned a house. No one in my family ever owned a house. Nothing. I thought renting was cool. So happiness, I think, got me to where I'm at. Because I was always a happy-go-lucky dude. And even when I made it, I'll say the same. So I would say happiness is the key to success. Drive. I work hard. I mean, you see me, I'll be on planes. I work harder than an ugly stripper. And that's hard work.
It's not really about what people think. It's about what I think about myself. I'm constantly challenging myself. You know what I'm saying? I really could care less what other people think about what I'm doing. I just like to impress me. You know, and it's not a selfish thing, it's just the truth. You know what I mean? It's just I'm the only person that knows where I'm insecure. You know what I mean? So I like to do things I haven't done before. I like to break perception. If it's something that it's not expected for a black man to do, I like to do things that the average black man doesn't do, just so culturally black men will think they can do it. That's why I was so happy that there was a black president, because now everybody black knows they can be a president. I don't give a fuck how bad or good he is. That one thing is what I'm really happy about.
There's many things you may face on your career path. You know, we teach what is known as mathematics. And mathematics say the first thing a man should do is do the knowledge. And knowledge means to look, listen, and observe. And after you look, listen, and observe, you now know and respect. You now know where, you know, what's in front of you. Then wisdom is your action. And you make the action of what you want to do. But a lot of people do before they know. So do the knowledge first.
It's all about love. Success always stems from love. Don't sleep. Whatever you're doing, if you love it, it will equate to money. Do not sleep on that. Believe it. Believe me when I'm telling you this. Maya Angelou said a quote that I love. She said, success is loving life and daring to live it. And that's what the secret to balling is. It's loving life.
First of all, I believe the children are the future. And if we teach them well, they'll lead the way. All we gotta do is show them all the beauty they possess inside. I think if we give them the strength of pride, it'll make it easier. Let the children laugh and sing and remind us how we used to be. That's my secret to balls. No, yo, check it out.
Life is good. I'm doing what I love to do. I'm in the driver's seat of my life right now. The answers to my happiness was always within me. My business is looking up, and my relationships are solid. I now understand what it means to be successful. I finally understand the secret to balling.
It's your boy Trappy McCoy, Gym Class Heroes. That right there is my secret to balling.
I'm Kelly Rowland, and that's my secret to balling.
Hey yo, this is Method Man.
What's up, you know us as Mindless Behavior, and this is our secret to balling.
My name is Big Snoop D-O-double-G, aka Snoop Lion Top Selector #1, and that is my secret to boss balling.
Yo, this is B Real, and that was my secret to balling.
This is the Archbishop Don Magic Wand, and that's my secret to balling.
I'm Faith Evans, and that's my secret to balling.
Yo, what up? This is DJ Quick.
Yo, it's Raekwon the Chef, man. And that's my secret to being a baller, B.
I'm Chris Brown. That's my secret to balling.
And I'm Timberland, the King. That's my secret to balling.
My name is The RZA. Nah, man. That's my secret to balling.
What it is, I'm Luke James, and that's my secret to balling.
This is Redman, and that's my secret to balling. No. This is Redman, and this is my secret to balling.
Dr. Fareed Zarif.
It's your boy Baby Bash, and that right there is my secret to balling.
I'm Michael Bernard Beckwith, the founder of Agape International, and that's my secret to balling. Peace and blessings.
What's up, y'all? This is BJ, the Chicago Kid.
I'm Norman Brown, and that's my secret to balling.
I am Aisha Mason.
I'm Virgil Roberts, and that is my secret to balling.
Kaba Hiawatha Kamene.
I'm Clifton Edwards Jr. This is the secret of balling, and I approve this message. Peace.
So I'm Damon Dash. To the camera, I'm Damon Dash, and you want?
I gotta say, I'm Damon Dash.
And that's my secret part. It's Damon Dash. That's my secret part. Everybody says that.
I'm Damon Dash. How can I say that cool?
This is Dame Dash.
This is Dame Dash.
That's my secret part.
Bosses don't do that.
This is my secret part.
I'm not.
Ago that everyone's not built for greatness. Countless sacrifice, long nights, and very little praises. It's so amazing just to think of what it takes to keep focused in a time that feels hopeless. I give thanks for the perseverance and drive to always live golden. Got a tight grip on life, can never stop holding, shaping and molding the blueprint for the next generation to start scoping the newness. I'm not just talking music, I'm speaking on life on a whole. You can walk with falsehoods, but you can't lie to your soul. The inner is the realest part. I use it to channel my art, so everything that I'm saying is straight from the heart. Be a visionary, take charge of how it unfolds. Dynamic thoughts embedded in these written scrolls. The journey has been a great deal. Busy is good, just don't get too busy to accomplish something for real. So many ups and downs, lots of obstacles. Just keep your eyes on the prize and hold your head high. We keep holding on. We keep holding on. What you think could really happen, keep your mind lifted. I keep my thoughts on greatness when I design mystics. We keep holding on. We keep holding on. Yes, seek inward, the power within. Negative vibes get devoured intense. We deal with joy and zest. Achievement and success, thinking upward. Embracing the feeling of winning. Yes, I love it, dug it. Create mentally to manifest reality. Minus the pessimism. Yuppie was blessed with wisdom. Awaken to discover the mission. All things are possible. I hope the people are listening. Sorry if y'all missed it, cause nowadays these gems are hard to come by. So many take these blessings for granted, others just waste time. Self-mastery is part of my faculty. Without the knowledge, who knows what these raps will be? Heavy mental. So essential to deliver these bars. Aim for the sky, cause if you're miss, you're still with the stars. Yup. So essential to deliver these bars. Aim for the sky, cause if you miss, you're still with the stars. Yeah. So many ups and downs, lots of obstacles. Just keep your eyes on the prize and hold your head high. We keep holding on.